Hello learners. Till now we have seen how to do vertical and horizontal analysis of balance sheet, right? Now I will be discussing about vertical and horizontal analysis of profit and loss account of Dabur Limited. So here you can see I have opened up the profit and loss account of Dabur Limited. We already know that what is horizontal analysis, but still quickly we will read the definition and we will start doing horizontal analysis of Dabur Limited. So in horizontal analysis, also known as trend analysis or time series analysis, financial analysts look at financial trend over the period of time, especially quarter or year, right? So here, basically what you will be doing, you will be comparing the data of several year, right? So current year versus previous year, current year versus previous year. You will be comparing several year data to find out that how company is performing, right? So first of all, what I will be doing, I will be checking the performance of sales, whether sales is increasing or decreasing. This could be understood from horizontal analysis, right? So simply what I have to do, I have to take closing value minus opening value, open up the bracket, closing value minus opening value divided by opening value, right? So if you see, so what is the growth in year 2013? So there is a growth of approximately, you can see 16%, right? And if I copy this data here, so we will find that what is the growth, right? So you can see there every year there's a growth in sales, right? Sometimes there is no growth, but in maximum years, if you see, there is a huge growth in sales, right? And if I calculate the average, if I calculate the average in growth, so average, so you can see there is an average of 7% growth in sales every year, right? Now, if you see here, so you will be able to see that in year 2020, there is a negative or 1% growth, just because in year 2020, whole globe was suffering from COVID. So that is the reason you can see there is a small growth in year 20. And in year 2016 and maybe in year 2017, there may be other factor due to which they were not able to grow. Their growth was in negative, but that is okay. Minus 1% is okay. On an average, if you see, so there is a growth of 7% in sales. Right now, if I talk about raw material consumed, so if there is increase in growth, so definitely the consumption of raw material will also increase. Right, definitely the consumption of raw material will increase. So we will see that what is the growth in consumption of raw material. See, so if you see here, so on an average, there is a growth in sales by 7%. So on an average, you can see there is growth in raw material consumed, which is 8%, right? Both are similar. If your sales will increase, obviously your raw material consumption will increase. If your sales will decline, your raw material consumption will decline here. So you can see on an average, there is increase in raw material consumption, that is 8%. Right. Similarly, if I talk about power and fuel, so definitely when your sales increases, you require more energy to manufacture, right? So it will be power and fuel. So obviously there will be increase, there will be also increase in power and fuel cost here. So you can see there is increase of 5% on an average in power and fuel cost, right? So what you can do, this you can do for any particular cost or any specific transaction, right? So you can see there is 11% increase of employee cost on an average, because sales is increasing, they require more employee, right? And if I do the total here, we have taken the total of manufacturing expenses, right? So if the total of what is the average increase in manufacturing expenses, so you can see here in year 2015, there is a huge growth in other manufacturing expenses, right? Now, what we will do when we are doing fundamental analysis, so we should find out that what is the reason there is sudden increase of 1200% in other manufacturing expenses, right? So there might be chances that they have changed their some technology, and due to which there is sudden increase in manufacturing expenses, right? Or there could be some other things, right? Let's suppose they have acquired some big machineries, right? Till let's suppose 2014 company was not using big machineries. Now company has acquired big machineries, due to which they are charging more depreciation, right? So this could be the reason there is increase of 1200% in other manufacturing expenses, right? So it will help you to find out that if what is the reason why there is certain increase. So there could be reason they have acquired big machineries and they are charging depreciation. So that is the reason there is high expenses in year 2015 for manufacturing, right? Similarly, if you see these expenses are now consistent. So 756, 716, it means they are charging more depreciation. This could be the reason. You can find out by reading the annual report of companies. Further, if we see, if I talk about general and administration expenses, so these ratios will help you to find out that what is the reason there is sudden increase in the cost. Here, if you see, there is no sudden increase in the cost, and on an average, you will see that there is 0% increase in this cost on an average you see, but there are sometimes these costs are increasing and sometimes there is decline in cost, right? So this is how you can find out the values. Okay, now here if you see, we have given the effect. Here we can see the effect of percentage. Here we are including percentage also. So what I will do, I will change this formula so we will get the accurate answer, right? So I have to remove the effect of these percentages which we have calculated. So that manually I'm applying this formula. What happened? Just a moment. Okay, so if you see here, so I have removed the effect of these percentages and we will see that what is the growth in total expenditure. So by applying the same formula, we will be able to find out that what is the growth in total expenditure. Here we have checked individual effect and you can check the total effect. So on an average, there is growth of 6%, right? So sales is increasing by 7%. So our total expenses are increasing by 6%, which is fair enough, right? Now, if I talk about, we will see the total income also, right? So if I talk about operating profit, so what is the growth in operating profit every year? So we can see here on an average there is growth of 11% in operating profit every year, which is fair enough. Which is fair enough. If a company's profit is increasing by 11% every year, which is fair enough, right? If you see here, profit before tax is given, right? So we can similarly calculate the values for profit before tax also. So on an average, there is increase of 12% in profit before tax, which is good. Similarly, we can calculate increase in profit after tax, right? So on an average, there will be increase of 12% only. So you can see there is increase of 12% only in profit after tax. So this will help you to compare your several year data and it will help you to analyze or to judge whether to invest in that company or not. So in next lecture we will be discussing about horizontal analysis. Thank you. Stay tuned with us for more and better.